It's day one, and the last thing I want to do right now is make a YouTube video. And today, honestly, I woke up feeling like shit, and then I just received some news about something I've been working on for the past 3 months that has fallen through. And for the lack of better words, I am pissed, annoyed, frustrated, and stressed. My adrenaline's up. I was gonna go to the gym at 3:30, but I couldn't even handle sitting at my desk because I have a lot of work to do. And I said, you know what? I need to do what I know is best and go to the gym to free my mind. And the other side of this is the last thing I want to do is make a YouTube video and record parts of my workout because I've never done it before. I hope people don't get annoyed. And the reality is, discipline is about doing things you need to do when you don't feel like doing them. And I'm trying to live by example and lead by example right now. So today on the agenda, we got lower body. So for lower body, we are doing 6 exercises, which I'll post the screenshots somewhere on here. And we are starting with leg extensions and seated hamstring curls for 2 warm-up sets each. And then I'm going to go to the hack squat to hit a PR of a top working set of 4, 5, or 6 reps. So my goal is to see what is the most amount of weight I can move with keeping full range of motion and really good form without breaking form, where I can either fail at 4, 5, or 6 reps. And that is what you call, what your RPE, or your rate of perceived exertion, is at a level 10, AKA failure. So then you will see over the next few weeks when I do my working sets of my main exercises like a hack squat or a bench press, your RPE might vary from 6, 7, or 8, meaning if you are at an RPE of 8, that means you probably could have done 1 or 2 reps reaching failure. So I'm gonna talk a lot about training. I'm really not gonna talk during my sets. If I'm just recording, there might be music. I don't know, I've never done this before, but I'm staying true to my word. It's day one, it's week 1, and I woke up feeling like shit. And yeah, I'm not in the mood to fucking work out, but we're doing it, people, because the sun sets and rises every day, whether you like it or not. So you will catch me awkwardly talking to myself at the gym in this next scene. Cheers. Alrighty. So we're setting this bad boy up. I don't even know if you can hear me, but. So one thing with leg extensions is if you want a good stretch, you put this back seat as far as you can. And then you want to actually lean as far back as you can. And again, we're only doing 2 working sets here. And what I like about this stride is you can actually really get this to push your shins back as far as possible. And let's point at the weight set. So we're gonna start at 70 pounds. Yeah, so 70, I'm doing 2 to 3 warm-up sets, but notice how much of a stretch my quads have. And I'm able to fully activate at the top. And we're just doing 15 of these bad boys. And again, we're not looking at fatigue, we're just warming up for top sets. I don't know what number that is, let's say 6, 7, 13. All right. So that was 15 at 70 pounds. So I'm actually gonna just up this by 5. Because that was like an RP of like 4 to 5. So I probably could have done another 15. But again, we're just trying to warm up. And actually, for the majority of my leg days, I wanna warm up doing this. So we'll hop into another set and then we're gonna go to the hack squats. So. So this is one thing I hate about this, my shorts, is my phone always falls out. I'm trying to listen to music, but I want to make sure my mic's on. So this is my second warm-up set. And what I love about this specific hack spot, because when you become a veteran in the gym, you actually appreciate the different angles and range of motion you can achieve for different exercises. So for this hack spot, I'm barefoot because I want good foot positioning. And I'm doing 2 plates right now. I usually do 2 plates for my working sets, but again, it's probably an RPE for around 6. So I can go heavier, but what you'll see is your lower back can, if I'm going full range of motion here, notice how deep I can go, and my form stays really good, and like your lower back stays completely flat. It doesn't get activated. It just purely focuses on your hamstring, glutes, and quads. Like, I love this hack squat, and I can get a deep range of motion here. Like, I almost hit the bottom, and then I can just pull it back up. It's a quick tap. So I'm gonna stop there. 3, because for warm-up sets, you ideally wanna only do like 3 to 4 sets. And then you do wanna rest a lot. So I'll probably be recording, or I'll stop the recording, but I'm gonna throw 25s on, do 1 or 2, see how that feels. And I feel like I can get 3 for my top set, but we'll see. So I'm not gonna talk as much because this is my potentially last warm-up set, which depending on, I'll either do 1 or 2, honestly. I just wanna get my nervous system ready for the weight. I'm not trying to fatigue, trying to conserve my energy. Deep. That's 1. All right, we can definitely hit 3. So we will. One more. Okay. 5. Second warm-up set. We're going for, or no, second working set. Anywhere from 6 to 8. Took a good rest. So, I want to keep good form, but your boy, that was a tough, that's my baseline, so let's get it. Oh, shit. All right. Oh, fucking A. Okay, so let's just recap. I'm recording. So I had 135, so 3 plates on each side at 5 reps. I would say my RPE was like a 9 because I probably could have done 1 more, but that would have really fucking got me. So then that second working set was at 125, and I thought I meant to do what I'm doing now. So I only got 4, which is still pretty good. Again, 4 is like my bare minimum. It's also baseline day. So now, if I can get 5 at this, 6, that'd be really good. But I do need to rest on that. When you're trying to push to true hypertrophy, and I've learned this through Joe Bennett, you really want to rest in between your working sets. But it also depends on what your goal is. If you're trying to maximize strength training and building muscle, resting in between what are considered working sets is important. And that's where people go into a workout saying, oh, I should work out I'm doing 4 sets of 12, and they'll just keep the same weight across the board. And the reality is they could have done more weight, right? You're not actually breaking the muscle down. Like your muscle needs to be under tension, like time under tension, and the muscle fibers need to literally break. They need a break because when they rip, then your blood goes in, right? Your body recovers the hurt muscle, it needs to grow. So, unfortunately, I mean, if you're really trying to maximize your strength and muscle, you have to go to, reach what's considered hypertrophy. Not saying you have to go to failure every time, but you have to get close to it. And however, it all depends on your goals. Because if you're doing sets and reps in like a HIIT class, that's totally different. Because in your heart rate, your exertion, your nervous system, there's so many components to it. But people can tend to overthink it, like, oh, I need to change it. No, it's not true. You can still hit 90% of your goals with most training, but it depends what your goals are. So, all right, plenty of rest. Last working set. Let's aim for 5. As we say in business, you have a quota and an objective, or a target and an objective. So our target is 5, objective is 6. Let's get it. Turn some nightmare dubstep on. Legs are feeling. That was good. Yep. All right. Okay, that was an excellent working set. RP was at like 8, meaning I probably could have got 1 to 2 more, but my heart rate's up, my form was good, and that last 2 reps was powered by and sponsored by the Cinnabon cheesecake I had last night. It was day 0, people. Today's day 1. Shout out to Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory makes everything in-house, if you didn't know that. So when you order a Caesar salad, they make the Caesar dressing from scratch right before or right after they get your order. And it's an amazing establishment, doesn't get enough credit. However, they are always busy, so the people know. Cheesecake Factory doesn't get enough credit in society. All right, enough yapping. Now off to dumbbell RDLs. All right, so I was supposed to do RDLs and then these marches with the belt squat march. Really good for your hips, glutes. And then I was actually then gonna come up here and do these reverse hyperextensions and then some calves and core. And I mean, I was just moving the barbell and I can feel my left hamstring tighten up big time. So why is that happening? Well, because I just did the probably hardest working sets I've done in over, I don't know, let's say 16 months. So not only my muscles, but your nervous system goes into a bit of a shock and is like, what the hell is going on? So this is where in training you have to know when to keep pushing versus when to say to yourself, okay, am I trying to actually hurt myself? And a lot of my training goes into longevity. So you know what? I'm making a smarter move right now. It's like, okay, let me do some reverse hyperextensions. Let me give my legs a rest, but I can still activate my glutes and lower back, because these are really good for your posterior chain, which your posterior chain is your lower back, hamstrings, lower back, glutes, and hamstrings, right? Any type of hinging activates your posterior chain. So these, right, you're here, and you come up, and you can really squeeze your glutes, but it's still activating a lot of your lower back. And with this Rogue equipment, you're actually able to load up this thing here, and you might have seen people online do this with like some crazy weight. You can really load up your weight. Honestly, body weight for me right now is enough, and I will eventually add weight here, don't get me wrong, because there's actually a correlation. The stronger your lower back is, the stronger you will see progression and strength in other movements. So you better train your lower back. Plus, where do most injuries happen? Lower back as you get older. So from a longevity standpoint, strengthening your lower back, your glutes, your posterior chain is critical. Hip thrust, kickbacks, anything that involves your lower back, you should do to strengthen, because it's only gonna benefit you. And you shouldn't worry about, lifting a ton of weight. You really wanna be focusing on muscle-mind connection, activation, and breaking down the muscle fibers, right? So for something like this, I'm not necessarily concerned about top set working sets. I just wanna do enough reps, no more than 15, where I'm at an RP of like 7 to 8, right? That's when I'll increase weight. But sometimes during leg exercises, you don't fatigue because of your muscles. You fatigue because of your heart, meaning your energy levels, your glycogen is running low, and you get physically fatigued. So that's why resting between sets is important, if that is your objective and goal. So let me hit 2 more sets of this, and I'm gonna shut up. One thing people don't realize is back in May of last year, when I got half of my fibula removed, because that's where the tumor was, where the cancer was. When they did the surgery, it caused permanent nerve damage in all of my ankle and my foot. And then from the chemo, I have neuropathy. So I have a weird sensation. It's all in that right ankle, and then also to the bottom of my left foot. So because of that, my ankle mobility and my calves got significantly weaker, and I almost feel like I can roll my ankle a lot easier. So when it comes to training my calves, I do this weird shit with bouncing, because my right calf is significantly weaker than my left. So if I do calf raises, I don't know if you can see it, but if I do it with my right foot, my range of motion is very limited. I can't get too high, but obviously with my left foot, I'm fine. So I'll tend to do both to mimic the range of motion, because there's less force on my right foot. It's spread between both, but it does put more work in my right calf. So that's my workout. Basically, I do think my program is a little bit too intense to begin with, between going back into RDLs, belt marches, and then going back to the hamstring and leg extensions for 2 more working sets. I probably would do either or, right? RDLs or belt marches, and then go back to the machine for 2 working sets of leg extensions, especially towards the end, and then doing calves and hyperextensions and or core, right? Definitely want to end there, but try to be smart. So that was my day 1 leg day, and hopefully you learned something, hopefully you giggled, and if you have questions, please answer in the comments. And if I said anything that sounds confusing or makes no sense, comment it, because I like to learn, and sometimes I say shit that I think I know, but I actually don't. So that's a wrap for day 1. I'll see you tomorrow.